Welcome everybody. Welcome to episode 11.
11, yes.
Of TMI Thursdays. 11.
Let me shuffle myself.
Yeah. Come take a seat, make yourself nice and comfy.
Thank you very much. That's much
Yeah.
better. I have to prop myself
Welcome.
up so I can sit up straight.
Here we go. Positioning.
Yeah,
mic.
because the sofa's so comfy and you're just like, oh, you start to sink in. And then you can't see me.
I can see you.
Good.
I can see you. That just reminded. It's come in my head, so I'm going to say it.
Go for it.
My son, Sid, my oldest son,
Yeah?
when he was about 4, once we were playing hide and seek, and he was in his bedroom, right? And I walked into his room, and he was sitting there, and he did that age-old thing that kids do. He's like not the first to have done it, but it's really common, where they like shut their eyes and put their hands over their eyes, and they think they're invisible. And I walked in the room, and he's sitting there. He's like that, giggling, and I'm like, "Where?" I'm playing a game because I'm a parent, right? I'm like,
Of course.
"Where are you? I can't see you." And he's like, and then he goes like this. He goes, "Can you see me? Can you see me?" And he's like, I've ribbed him about it ever since. Can you see me?
Aww.
Yeah.
Even now.
Can you see me? Can you see me?
Aww.
But we can see you because you've now sat down and you're comfy.
Yes.
And we can see you.
Good.
You're here.
Can you all see me? I hope you can. I'm pretty visible.
So we have Facebook.
Aye.
Bonjour. And we have YouTube.
Yes. Good evening.
Au revoir. How are we all?
How are we?
Good. Pleased to hear it. And how are you?
I am splendid.
Nice.
Peachy.
Peach. Oh,
Peachy.
come on.
Yeah.
Peachy. What makes someone peachy? I'm thinking good vibes, good happenings, upbeat. That's what peachy means to me.
Yeah.
Maybe a bit of excitement.
I think I'm just good. I'm happy. You feeling good in your body. Although a lack of sleep. A little bit of lack of sleep because I went to the cinema last night.
Oh, nice.
Guess what I went to see?
Oh, mate, I wouldn't have a Scooby.
Come on.
I really don't know what's out there.
What's in the cinemas at the minute?
I haven't got a clue.
So I went. It's a classic. I went to see.
What, like?
It's a classic heartbreak story.
Oh.
Margot Robbie and Jacob Elordi.
Oh, Hamnet.
No, that was Paul Mescal.
That's the Northern Irish fella that did Gladiator, right?
Yeah. I haven't seen that one yet, so I'm gonna have to now. But I went to see the other one.
What's it called?
Excuse my accent. Wuthering Heights.
Oh, Wuthering Heights.
Did I pronounce that right?
It's good enough. Don't worry.
I can't pronounce W's. We have a V and we have a double V.
Yeah.
We don't have V and W. It's just it's the same to me.
Yeah, we have
wax and wax. It's the same.
Sounded slightly German. Wax, water, Wuthering Heights. So that is
Wuthering Heights.
Go on, try.
Wuthering Heights.
That's Wuthering. Wuthering's all right.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. We'll take that.
This is what you're gonna get,
mate. Unbelievable.
Whether you like it or not. But great movie.
A classic.
And
like an all-time period romance story, from what I gather.
Solo date, went on my own. Great fun. I ended up sitting in the same row with 3 ladies in their 70s. Well, they made me giggle.
Lovely.
As we sat down, you're sitting there with a little popcorn and a wee Coke, which sugared me up to the moon, hence why I was up late. But the screen comes up, at the start of the movie, like the trigger. No, it's the trigger warning, what they say, this is like PG whatever, or 18 whatever. And then
this is one of beware.
One of the trigger messages was strong sex.
Oh.
Scenes or
scenes of strong sexual nature.
It's strong something.
But
this was funny. The ladies beside me,
nudity.
The ladies beside me, and they were giggling. They were like, "Oh, not just sex scenes, strong sex scenes.
Ooh.
Honestly, I
So
was.
did you all cheer?
Oh, I was giggling away. That was so funny. They're like, oh, not just any sex scenes, strong.
Ooh, with a bit of nudity.
I know. It wasn't that much nudity.
No, well, I mean, I made that bit up to be fair.
You know, it wasn't that
just
much
to be peachy.
nudity. I think it was. I think when they used the word strong, I think because there was some scenes with perhaps control, submission. I think there was a couple scenes when
So like a thinker's romance.
it was more like a bit of BDSM in there, a bit of role play. There was a bit of hands on necks and things like that. So I think maybe that's a kind of strong.
I'm with you.
So it wasn't like typical.
Right. Okay, so it built tension. Good.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very passionate roller coaster of a movie of emotions.
And was it filmed in, I believe it's filmed in, is it Yorkshire, like the North Moors of Yorkshire?
Beautiful
Was it,
landscape
like,
scenes.
proper-
Stunning landscape scenes in the movie and stunning close-ups. Like I haven't seen so like really real close-ups.
Like
so
vivid.
face scenes or snaps where you actually can see, and fair play to the actors, seeing emotions in their faces.
Well, we've kind of stopped doing that, haven't we? With our CGI and whatnot. We rely on special effects.
Exactly. So it was so beautiful to just watch human emotion on a big screen playing out in a person's face and eyes and muscle, lips, whatever, you know, whether it's pain, whether it was forgiveness, love, lost, you name it. It was just, I loved it, obviously.
So Margot Robbie, with ya. Who was the geezer?
Jacob Elordi, I think he
don't know
also
him.
played previously, not so long ago, there was like a Frankenstein or something it was called. I think it's on.
Oh, right, I'm with ya. Okay, which again was a period, probably a similar time actually.
Very
Right.
interesting, very handsome looking guy, tall.
Quintessential kind of English looking
Yes,
dude.
chiseled jaw and very
Well-educated.
distinctive features. So yeah, he at the role of Heathcliff was just perfect for him.
Heathcliff.
I think. Yes.
Yeah, that's his name, isn't it?
Catherine and Heathcliff.
Catherine and Heathcliff.
Yes.
I wonder whether there'll be a few boys named Heathcliff in the next 12 months.
Do you know what? It's not a
That's
bad
an
name
old school
because
name, innit?
because you can just call a person Heath.
Heath Ledger. Right. He's
Ledger.
a famous
Yeah.
recent Heath, isn't he? He was pretty cool.
Yeah. Or Cliffy.
Yeah.
Cliffy.
Or Cliff.
Heathcliffy.
Heathcliff.
Heathcliffy.
Heath. Heathy.
Heathy.
Cliff. Heath.
Yeah.
You could almost cajole them by using both. Heath.
So,
Hey, Cliff. Heath. Heathy. Cliff. Just to get their attention. That would make a really great name for a dog. Heathcliff. Or is it a bit... Hang on, what is the name of the dog in Garfield? It's not called Heathcliff, is it?
No, but I don't. I know what you're talking about, but I don't know the name. My God, what do you call him?
Probably not Heathcliff. Like my brain is making up. So
Anyway, but
movie.
I have movie 3 lessons, and I'm going to wrap it up there. 3 lessons, and I've been thinking about those. Some of them. First one, and I don't want to spoil it too much, but one woman's jealousy will kill another woman without her knowing she's been poisoned slowly.
You might need to explain that to my limited man brain.
Well, I'm going to try. Like, I don't want to spoil the movie too much, obviously, but there is a character around Catherine.
Right.
Again, you know what? I'll say it.
Kathy.
Catherine dies.
Okay. I think a lot of people know Wuthering Heights anyway,
yeah,
don't
Catherine
they?
dies at the end.
Right.
But towards the end, the truth comes out, and there's another person, the Nelly, this kind of support person lady around Catherine, who she grew up with, and Nelly is jealous and from jealousy, she acts out. She withholds information. She holds back letters. She holds Catherine and Heathcliff, I can't even pronounce it, apart. So she's jealous, and at the end, that kind of her jealousy pretty much kills Catherine, because then Catherine is also falls pregnant with her husband, but the baby dies in her.
Mate, that's pretty sad.
It is pretty sad. And then Nellie, she keeps telling her, stop being drunk, because obviously Catherine and Heathcliff have an affair too while she's pregnant and married, but then they break apart. But Heathcliff continues to try and contact her with letters, but Nellie keeps burning the letters. And then Catherine's in bed being depressed, but then the depression obviously turns into poisoning. But Nellie keeps telling her, stop being so dramatic, you're just being dramatic. And then at the end, they discover that she's dying, and she dies, and then that's where kind of the whole jealousy comes out, and Nellie admits that she's been jealous.
It sounds like a proper tragic.
It's a tragic movie.
Goodness me.
Tragic on so many levels. So that was one. Number 2, my God. A rejected man will use another woman's love to get at a woman he loves. He's been rejected by. So again, another thing.
Really?
Catherine rejected Heathcliff, and then out of spite, he married Catherine's husband's sister.
Right.
And he uses her because Heathcliff can't write. So he uses her to write the letters, but pretends they get married as well, and pretends to be in love with her while he writes these letters to Catherine. But obviously she never gets them.
Right.
Because Nellie keeps them, so Catherine thinks he's happy.
Right.
So he is trying to get back at her.
Right.
Through a love. Because then the woman he's with, she's in love with him.
I get it. So she's
completely, besotted by him.
I'm with you. So there's 3 distinct roles. I'm almost want to break in to start singing Jolene. Jolene.
No.
Please don't take him just because you can. That kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Like I will hold back the letters.
It's also such an interesting...
I know my man loves you.
It's such an interesting scene, though, that kind of had my kind of stomach churning a little bit.
Sounds uncomfortable.
It was uncomfortable to watch this scene when obviously Catherine and Heathcliff go separate ways, and Catherine says to him, it's done, I'm not interested anymore. So he feels rejected, and he's heartbroken. So the same night, so first they obviously have sex, then they break up. She rejects him, Catherine rejects him, but then Heathcliff comes back and breaks into so that's Catherine's sister-in-law, I assume. Couldn't really figure out who this girl was. I assume it's Catherine's sister-in-law. Breaks into her room and just goes straight to her. He goes and he completely seduces her, and she is just completely just like besotted by him. Can't speak a word. All she can do just agree and just follow every single thing he says and orders her to do. But he says, I am going to marry you. What are you saying? Yes, I am going to use you to get back at Catherine. What are you saying? And she's like, yes. And I'm going to do all of these things just to get back at Catherine. And she's like, oh, yes, let's do it.
Okay, bit of a fall then.
And I was just like...
Fall in love.
I'm like, girl, catch a grip.
Mate.
Do you know, he's not that good looking.
Sounds a bit soppy, really. But
I'm like, oh my God, sometimes I just felt... I was thinking about... There's so many women out there who fall into that. And I think I have perhaps fell into that. How do I explain this? When you don't know how to say no, or you're just completely in a trance as such, and by being commanded by a masculine energy, or I'm trying to even explain it, and you're just you're frozen. And I don't know whether, and sometimes, I think you don't know whether you're frozen because you're attracted, or you're fearing for your life, or you're scared, or you're excited. You don't know, but you're just, all you can do is just follow orders. Comply. It was just fascinating to kind of watch that scene at the same time, stomach churning.
Chat, of all the things you said about that movie, that bit right there is the most interesting. Right. So like in the right circumstances with the right masculinity, you can command from a female and they will surrender and conform.
Vice versa, male, female, whatever way, back and forth. Obviously there's people out there who enjoy that type of role play.
Yeah, I guess so. They meet up on a Thursday night, didn't they? Maybe they're listening.
Maybe they're listening. So maybe this is too much information, but I guess that's the whole name of the podcast. Too much information.
Indeed.
But it was just fascinating to kind of watch that scene and feeling myself going through different kind of emotions and situations that maybe I perhaps experienced something similar, but not to that extent. That was like an extreme. But it was very interesting.
So you could get your little takeaways from the movie and just translate that to your own personal experiences. And
I think that's what movies are for. They made everybody takes away what they need to take away. But there's the last one is a positive one.
Okay.
I absolutely adored Heathcliff from a point of view that he just loved Catherine for who she was. He loved her for being, not doing, meaning he loved her whole just for simply being, as in who she was, how she spoke, how she looked. She didn't have to do anything for him and he would still love her. And I think every woman should experience that type of love not just women, every human should experience a type of love when you're loved for being, not doing. To be loved for someone who you are, not that what you do for others.
It's pretty rare that.
Yeah.
That's the kind of love a parent has.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I never thought about it because I have no kids, obviously, so I haven't thought about it that way.
Yeah, it's like it's all because of their existence and not for anything they trust me, not for anything they do, because they do very little really. But well, no, I say that, but that's not strictly true. But like, yeah. How interesting. Well, I would call that's true love. Yeah. Actually.
Yeah.
Like that's, I mean, I don't even know if that's, I can say that, but that is the quintessential essence of love.
Yeah, the ultimate North Star of and even if we translate it into the whole masculine, feminine, it's the ultimate kind of feminine North Star. It's just, a male to be protecting and providing and for respecting and loving for just being.
Interesting.
Not doing the dishes or doing the washing.
No. It's just all about you.
Yeah.
And like you say, not what you do, but just you.
Yeah.
Your existence.
Yeah.
Delights me.
And then the very last scene in the movie goes back to the two scenes, kind of how it starts and then how it ends roughly, is when the two kids, when they're little children, when they first start to spend time together.
Catherine and Heathcliff.
And that's at the beginning they don't show that, but as kids, Heathcliff says to her that I will love you no matter. Right. What happens, or I will always love you for who you are, and because something happens, he gets hurt.
Right.
He gets hurt, and Catherine goes to him. These are just when they're little kids, they're maybe 10 or something. And Catherine goes, "What can I do? What can I do to make it better?" And he's lying there in pain, and he just says, "Just stay here, just be."
Right.
Just
that's
be
enough.
Here. Just enough. Yeah.
Yep, that's medicine for me.
There you go. Wuthering Heights.
I have a question.
Oh, go.
Please tell me that Kate Bush's classic song was in the movie. It's me. Come home now. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Want you, everybody. Oh,
no, there was Charlie XCX. There's completely new songs in it.
Mate, so Kate Bush, legend.
I know.
Of legends. No. One of her famous songs is called Wuthering Heights.
There you go.
And she sings to Heathcliff. So I guess she's role-playing Catherine in the song. And they didn't use it in the movie.
Maybe they did. I just can't remember. Sorry.
My Wednesday morning. It's like one of them, like, ooh, Kate Bush style.
So no, sorry,
No.
I can't remember. Maybe it was in it.
I'm
I
not
don't
going to
know.
watch it then. I'm not going to watch it. I'm going to Google it.
The only
see if
song
it's
that I
on.
remember that I looked up after on Spotify was Charlie's XCX, and it's Always Everywhere, I think it's called.
Okay. Well, he's one of these new dudes, isn't he?
Girl.
Oh, it's a girl, is it?
Yeah.
Shows what I know. Mate, I'm
All
still
right.
in Kate Bush. I'm still in Kate Bush.
Yeah.
What do I know? I'm old. Defunct. Well, it sounds great. Like, I mean, I need to know what you ordered. Like, did you get some popcorn?
Yeah, I just had a popcorn and a Coke Zero.
And a Coke Zero. And that kept you awake, even though it ain't got any sugar in it.
I don't know whether there's no sugar. Is there caffeine? There's caffeine.
Well, there's something in there.
Popcorn was sweet popcorn, so I think there's plenty of sugar in that.
Yeah, I guess so. Did you get a large, medium, small?
Medium, Jesus, even a medium I didn't finish.
Yeah.
Because I never got a chance. Normally what I do, I'll just grab myself a bottle of water in the shop and then just get a bit of popcorn.
Nice. And did you throw any popcorn at the ladies to your that were next to you? No. Your mates?
No, I didn't. They were wonderful.
The Golden Girls.
They were just giggling away at all the naughty scenes. So I... So funny.
Brilliant. Were there any men there?
They were
in the
cuties.
cinema hall?
Now, very good question. Ladies and gents, let's talk about this very quickly. There was one guy, and I swear to God, he looked scarred for life on the way out at the end of that movie. Okay. I would not make a partner to come and watch this with me.
No, that's I get it. Yeah, it's a specific movie.
Unless you're into classics, yeah. Unless you've read the book.
Catherine Cookson or whatever her name is, and all them, right?
If you love the classics, absolutely go watch it. Or you're into human emotion, or you love that, watch it. But I would never ask my partner to come, because obviously there's everything else. There's just some scenes in there and all of that. I don't know. And then the drama and all. I don't know. Maybe he loved it. I don't know. He didn't look like on the way out that he loved it.
Did he stay to the end?
Yeah.
Okay, that's something.
It was a difficult watch for me. I cried. I went on a complete roller coaster.
Oh wow. Okay.
So again, it's not for everyone. So.
Right. I don't think it's for me.
Exactly, yeah. And,
like, when you said there weren't that much nudity in it, you kind of lost me.
There was plenty of, steamy
Robbie,
scenes.
it could have been great.
I don't think I even seen a boob.
Not even. You must have seen Heathcliff's bum, because that's very classic novel, isn't it? Ooh!
I don't think
Put your strides on.
No.
Really?
There was no. I don't think there was
You get bosom and bum.
There was no boob, and there was literally no nudity. There was lots of steamy scenes.
Well, did Heathcliff get out of a pond and be all drenched wet or something?
He was drenched wet, but he kept his pantaloons on.
His pantaloons. Damn those pantaloons.
But he took his
so
top
thick
off.
and silky.
But then he had first half of the movie. He had long curly hair, and I'm not into that.
Okay.
So then when he came back all renewed with money and a haircut, I was like, ooh, someone had a glow up.
Wet.
He had a missing tooth.
Soaking.
He had a missing tooth when they first started. And
he's been fighting as well.
And then he came back with a golden tooth.
A gold tooth?
A gold tooth and a gap.
What? Oh, mate. So he came back a ragamuffin. Yeah. Ooh, a little bit rough around the edges, mate.
Yeah.
Perfect. But... yeah, well, cool.
There we go.
There you go. I'm glad you enjoyed that, and I'm glad you went to the cinema on your Jack Jones. To be honest, mate,
I go to cinema on my own. I go to cinema on my own all the time.
The cinema is literally, I could walk there in 3 minutes.
Yeah,
but I don't. No, I don't bother. But it's good. I like the cinema. It's a really nice experience.
You should. I love going to cinema on my own, especially if it's like these type of movies. I would never drag a partner to these type of movies.
Yeah.
Sometimes I go with my mom to these type of movies.
Yeah, no, that needs, you got to be, you said it, you got to be into that kind of thing to really want to see it. So.
Same time as I don't want my partner to drag me to a horror movie.
Right, and your thing is that, or like...
So, yeah.
I
will not drag you to see Wuthering Heights, but please do not drag me to see Scream or...
Yeah, just return the favour.
Yeah.
Got ya. Interesting. All right, cool.
Yeah.
So any other good things happen this week?
No,
That's about it.
no. Just life is good, and that's it.
Yeah. Okay. And did you go back to the beach on the weekend? Did you get a chance to do
No, I
that?
didn't. But we should this weekend. I think Sunday. What do you think? What do you
Mate,
reckon?
I'm already booked in. What are you talking about?
Ooh,
I got a
we're going
robe
for
coming. Mate, I got a robe coming and everything.
Love it.
Mate.
Hopefully the weather is decent, or at
I
least
don't care
dry, because I don't want to be.
because that don't bother me.
No,
I'm not.
you don't care.
I ain't going to be dry anyway.
I know, but it's nicer. It's easier to get changed
I know what you're saying.
if you're
The pre and the post is much simpler if it's dry and nice.
exactly.
I understand that, but no, I'm banking on it. Well, listen, I mean, if it comes to it and you don't, I think I'm still gonna. I'm definitely bought in on that.
No. I'm dying to get into the water.
I want to feel the pain. I want to confront it.
Ooh,
I want to defeat it again.
okay.
And I want to float back and I want to look at them glens towering above. Well, it depends on how, I guess, rainy it is because you might not see anything. But no, I'm going. I'm so going.
Well, we can maybe go somewhere else. Depends.
I had a feeling that you were going to change locations.
You know me so well.
Oh my god! I just get brought into the process, and I'm now going through my head. Right, so Ballygully, okay, yeah, the rocks there. You go down the rocks, and then you go over the sand. And I'm going through my routine to get in the water. And now you're going to change it
Because I want to make your experience
Out of order.
nicer to bring you to a sandy beach.
There's nothing wrong with Ballygully, was there? Was there? You mean like Helen's Bay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Crawford's Burn.
Crawford's Burn. That's the one with a forest behind it, isn't it? That's next door, isn't it?
Yeah. Or
We're definitely discounting Loch Ness, aren't we?
sorry, Loch Ness is a no.
Shame.
No.
Yeah.
Not. I don't even know how people drink that water.
Well, we all do.
I don't. Well,
you,
I am now.
You just have because it came out.
Sorry,
the tap.
I do, but because I'm a water snob.
I get that. My daughter's a water snob. You know when I was shouting in the kitchen just as you was pouring that glass, I was like, "Oh no!" And he was like, "What?" And I was like, "Oh, don't worry." I was about to tell you that in the fridge in the garage, Maria's got a stash of bottled water because she literally won't drink the tap water.
I don't drink tap water either. I haven't drank tap water. Well, unless I have to. But I actively have been drinking bottled, just one type of water.
Right.
For 20 years now.
What? What? Explain yourself. 20 years?
I've been drinking. Me and Mum have both
Right.
been drinking Evian for 20 years now.
Oh, so it's not just Buxton or Scottish spring water.
It has to be
Evian.
Evian.
From the French mountains.
Yeah.
Evian.
Can you tell?
Evian. I can.
That's the secret of our youth. And if
They do say that.
you know my mum, and if you see my mum, she looks very, very young for her age.
She does. You both do.
We
but
both
yeah,
do. We're not. Yeah.
And that's the secret.
That's the secret.
Evian.
Evian.
Evian was the original, weren't it? Mm-hmm. I remember when bottled spring water was a thing. I don't know what decade that was. It must have been the 80s. I was just a young kid, but I saw Evian. That's the first one.
And obviously we don't drink and we don't smoke, so obviously other things too. But
you do drink.
Very little.
Yeah, you don't poison yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't abuse it, and you don't smoke. I guess.
Well, that's used to years ago.
Yeah. So Evian, okay, bottled water. I'll have to get Evian in. I don't think Maria's water.
I am very happy to get Blue Label from anything else.
Well, are you sure?
You know, I shop in Lidl, so I'm not.
This might not be French Alp water. This might be, I don't know, Turkish or something.
So, I'm not.
Buxton.
I'm not a food snob. I am a water snob. I am very happy to eat Blue Label biscuits out of Tesco or Green Label biscuits out of Asda or Green Label whatever. It's just water is the one thing that I'm just.
And what about San Pellegrino? Would you ever have that?
It's a big thing back home, the sparkling
It's
water.
the best.
And I'm not a big fan of sparkling water. I would have a little bit, but
yeah, I like sparkling water. I like it with a meal, actually. I really like it with a meal.
Wouldn't be a big sparkling fan. I don't drink. I don't like fizzy drinks. I don't like sparkling stuff.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. See, I like the burn. The burn that when you take a big gulp of something fizzy, you get that as you gulp. You get that sort of acidic-y kind of carbonated burn on your larynx, your cockles, whatever you want to call it.
I just get a sore throat.
But I like that feeling. I like
But
it.
you can't have a sore throat when you're doing a podcast every Thursday night. I need your
No.
voice at your
optimum. No,
Exactly.
but it's like, it's not, it's only in the moment. It's only lasts like a second or 2 seconds
right,
or something.
okay.
It's like quite, but I like the burn that you get from a Coke or a Pepsi. I really like that. And it's like, oh, you know, even to the point where it's almost painful. I'm like, oh, that's good. And I find that bottled water gives me the same feeling without drinking like the Coke. Do you know what I mean? Like it's still water. It's still okay. You still get hydrated. You get benefit from it, but you get that burn. So yeah, no, I quite like it.
very good.
All right then. So I'll get some Evian in from now on, and I won't get any fizzy water for you. Just Evian.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah. Don't make it awkward.
No. Have you ever considered one of them filters in your kitchen that like filters the water?
Like a Brita.
Well, that's the one you put in the fridge, but you can get them now, and they're quite common where you sort of pipe them in, so the water that enters your tap is already pre-filtered.
No.
And they've got like really good ones now that just connect in.
Maybe I'll get. See, I don't. Maybe don't know. I'll think about it. I have been looking countertop type of filtered water. And then you got Kangen. I think it's Kangen water that you actually go through like a machine.
What, to warm it up? So it comes out like a kettle? Or are you talking about something completely different?
Something completely different.
Mate, there's all sorts of things you
I
can do
know.
now. But I need to know before we move on. So this Evian, do you have like a cupboard full of Evian bottles? Do you do like a monthly shop? Are you like me with my toilet rolls? Or
Who gives a crap?
I like buy 60...
Talk about being fancy. Okay, this dude's fancy about his toilet roll.
He ain't really. He's just found a way to buy toilet roll twice a year.
Who gives a crap?
It's all right. It's recycled. It lasts ages.
It's expensive.
Not when you buy in bulk. It's not. If you work it, I mean, yes, you pay a lot out to buy it. Yeah. I give you that. Like when you pay for it, you're like, Jesus, that much money went on toilet roll this month. Could have done without that. However, the benefits to a bloke like me who's just typical man, lazy, runs out of stuff before, realises he's run out when he needs it. Toilet roll just one of those products where you need that to happen. Fair. Really. So I just think I like the quality of the toilet paper you get versus what you buy if you just go into like the supermarket.
Fair enough.
It's far superior.
Yeah. And
in the long run works out cheaper.
Yeah, okay.
And I build like a little mini, I make a decoration out of it, don't I?
You do?
I mean, I haven't done it yet. I'll get my kids to do it, but we make a Giant's Causeway in the corner of the bathroom. We literally make a Giant's Causeway out of the toilet rolls.
Yeah, fair play.
Yeah, all the different colours.
You do.
Who gives a crap? You've probably seen it on your Facebook feed, I would imagine, trying to sell you new recycled modern toilet paper, but yeah, there we go. So I didn't get an answer. Do you buy your Evian in bulk, or do you buy it as you go?
Whenever it's on offer, I will probably buy. The 6-pack.
6-pack of what? 3 litre or 2 litre bottles?
I think they're 1.5 litre.
1.5 litre.
So it just recently went up. It's now last month or last week it was £5.50. Now it's up to £6. So it's £1 for a bottle.
Okay. And would you use it in your coffee machine? And
yes, I use it in my coffee machine too.
So all your water consumption, I guess, is then Evian. How long would that last you? That's 6 bottles.
No, well, depends. At the moment, I'm drinking quite a bit of tea, so I would drink tap water if I'm making tea dough.
Because it's going to get boiled.
Because I boil it.
Yeah.
So the 6 bottles roughly last me a week.
Okay.
it's not too bad.
So like £6 a
But
week.
summertime I can go for 2 of those a week.
Yeah, because you've got to stay hydrated.
So, yeah,
and
£12 a week.
knock it back. Oh, very good. Very nice. Well, excellent stuff. Well, listen, I had an awkward moment this week.
Did you?
Can I share it with you?
Yeah, absolutely. Because it's always me who's being the awkward one.
Yeah. And unfortunately, I think I was in the wrong.
That makes it really awkward if you were in the wrong.
You just got well happy. Molly. March 2. So on Tuesday, I was in Belfast. We had a planning day at work. And at the moment, we're kind of going through like a mid-office move. We're changing buildings. And we don't have an office space big enough to accommodate all of our team in any one go. So we hired, there's a beautiful office building opposite City Hall in the city centre called the Scottish Provident Buildings.
Ooh.
Well, you wouldn't even know it was there, but it's like right next to where the Nero is.
Yes.
You know where all the buses pull up on that side there?
Yeah.
And you've got, is it called the Loft or whatever? There's a bar there or Maze. Anyway, so there's just a little entrance. A little clue is there's a little sort of fancy doorway and you go into this reception. And we'd hired a room there for a planning day. And we were going to be starting at 9 o'clock sharp. So I wanted to get there a bit early and just be ready because I was covering the presentation for the team that I run. And I wanted to get in early and I didn't want to be late. So Monday night, I'm getting ready to go to bed. Yeah, all right, I'll get up at this time and I'll get things sorted out. And I kind of stayed in bed a little bit longer on Tuesday morning than I expected, right?
Okay.
So I was a little bit stretched on my time than I normally would be. Normally I'd make time to sit down and have a coffee before I even leave the house, even though I'm leaving early. But I didn't do that this time. And then I remembered, sugar, I didn't put the bins out last night. So I had the bins to do. I had to sort everything out and I had to get everything done. So I was a little bit behind. But anyways, I got dressed, I got ready to leave the house, left the house, went round the side of the house, put the bins out, and then noticed that the car was completely frozen over. I was like, oh, come off it. Really? Like, I know it's rained a lot recently, but this is the first. I wasn't expecting a frost.
Yeah.
But this was one of them frosts because, I mean, what time did I leave? This must have been about 10 to 6. No, 10 to 6. What am I talking about? 10 to 7.
7, yeah. I'm like 10 to 6, you're king.
Yeah. Although that has been known, and it really caught me out how frozen the car was. It was like, oh,
and that adds like an extra 10 minutes.
That is a 10-minute defrost. Yep. It just is. So I put the bit. So I start the car, shut the door, and then I sort the bins out, and then I go and sit in the car, and I'm waiting. You know, you get that. What is that lift music you get? Ding, ding, ding. I should have had a little thing ready, shouldn't I? Or you sit there waiting. You know, and I'm waiting.
You could have just poured a little bit of water.
No, because that cracks the windscreen.
Just off the tap.
Oh my God, it's dangerous. No, you can't do that. No, that break. No, you can't do that.
Okay,
so I'm sitting there.
I've been doing that.
Yeah, I mean, that may well have got me, but what about me side? Anyways, so I'm sitting there waiting, and I'm like, oh my God, come on. I'm looking at I'm like,
well, are you getting a train?
Yeah, I'm getting a train.
Ooh.
So I'm getting a train, and the train leaves at
14 minutes every
it does.
Past every hour.
You get the train too.
Yeah, sometimes.
14 minutes past 7. That's the one I get. So I park the motor at the car park because it's free, and I still love it. So anyways, it's 7 o'clock, and I'm still not defrosted, and I'm getting a bit jittery now. I'm like, oh. So I do something that you should never do. And I drove off before I was fully demisted. So I was literally looking out of a little pie hole.
Well, I don't know what's worse. Pouring a bit of hot water off the tap on your windscreen.
And cracking it. I put the left window down so I could see left. And I went to put the right window down to see right. But it was so frozen it wouldn't go down. So I literally just had no window because it was open on the left, a tiny little hole to see through at the front and a tiny little hole to see through on the right. Anyway, I managed to get out and manoeuvre safely. And then I get eventually to the train station. At this point, it's 10 7:15. And I drive down, I find a parking spot, I park up, get my bag, shut the motor, lock it, start walking towards from where the car park is towards the entrance onto the platform towards Belfast. You probably visualise the journey, you know it really well. So as I'm walking along, I see the barrier do the alarm bit, because the train's coming, the level crossings are going to come down. So I'm like, the train is coming. Oh, I better walk a bit faster. So as I'm walking. And then the train appears and it pulls slowly into the platform, which is alongside you as you walk along the wall.
Yeah.
So I can see the train pulling in on the left here. And I look forward and there's only a little gap that comes in to the platform from the car park and then from the other side. And it's almost like it's like a bottleneck for people. And there was a geezer there standing, selling tickets. And as I get closer, I realise, like, he's blocked the entrance and he's stopping anyone coming through. And he's checking if they have tickets and he's selling tickets to those that don't have it.
Right.
So there must be 15 people queuing.
And the train's already there.
And the train has pulled in and is, as it's slowly closing, like I am in diffused awareness state at this point. It's the only time men get it, right? Mm-hmm. And the train is almost about to stop and open its doors. So I'm thinking, I've got a couple of minutes max here. There's 15 people here in this queue, and the guy has literally blocked the entrance purposefully. So anyways, I walk up and I'm like, I stand at the back and I look at the train, I look at the queue and I look at the train, I look at the queue and I look at the train. I went, no, not today.
But would they not wait because he's blocking?
They ain't waiting for 15 people to buy a ticket. When the train pulls in at the station.
Normally they let you on and you buy your ticket on the train. Okay,
I'm so pleased you said that. So this is what happened, right? So I was like, nah. I'm like, nah, not today. So I walk up the queue and I get level with a guy as he's serving someone and I go, excuse me, mate. And as I say, excuse me, mate, he kind of half steps to the side and says, you got a ticket? And I said, I thought, should I lie? And I was like, no, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be really honest. Like, I'm going to own this. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to have a conviction and I'm just going to have integrity. I went, no, mate. He went, you're going to have to join the back of the queue. And I went, I ain't joining the back of the queue. He went, go to the back of the queue. You have to go to the back of the queue. And I went, mate, I'm getting on that train. So I semi-barged past him, not aggressively, but as in like, I am getting on that train, mate. And as I got past him, he said something. And I couldn't work out what he said. But from his tone, I knew it weren't good. And I thought to myself, I'm glad I didn't hear it. Because then I went, whatever, mate, I'm getting on the train. And then I got on the train. And I felt really bad about it. But I had to make the train. If I didn't get on that train, I would have been late and I wouldn't have had time to prepare. Now, there were 15 people in that queue.
Did they all get on?
Well, no, but I did, right? So I queue jumped and got on the train while they had to wait. And I guess maybe one or two of them would have got on the train.
When did that start?
Well, so here's my thing, right? So I sit down, I get my seat, and it's a pretty packed train. It isn't normally that packed at that time in the morning, but this particular one was. So I sat in one of them like pull down sort of seats you get.
Yeah.
That are like at the edge of the carriage, not like a proper seat. So I sat in one of them and I was looking out the window. You should have seen the looks I was getting from the people in the queue. Because they'd like watched me get on this train thinking, oh, I need to be on that train and that geezer's just barged past. And you should have seen the looks that they were giving me through the window. But I was like, I don't care. I had to get this train.
It's weird though, because like I have taken the train and sometimes there was no person there to sell tickets. So you get on and then you buy your ticket on the train.
The
conductor comes round and asks who needs a ticket, who has a ticket. So this whole holding up the queue, what is going on here?
Mate,
Why are we holding up the queue?
Here's the thing. You are absolutely spot on. So in my state of panic, diffused awareness, and I'm in my meadow here, and I'm like seeing everything.
Yeah.
I'm picking up everything. Like, I'm in the moment. The train, I've got to find out about the queue. Right, he doesn't want anyone go. I'm going to do it anyway. During all this, I'm thinking, there is literally a bloke on that train that is going to walk through and go, tickets.
Exactly.
And then you have to show your tickets. And I thought to myself, the amount of times I've had to buy a ticket from that geezer before, and it's never been a problem.
And sure, there is also a new ticket machine on the platform.
Well, apparently, yeah. If you can get on the platform.
What is going on here?
Yeah. So, I don't know who this geezer is, and I'm sure he's a really nice fella.
I hope you send him an email.
No, of course not.
Maybe we should raise it.
Nah, I'm not. This ain't even a complaint. This is really just me saying that I awkwardly jumped a queue, but I felt I had to. But other people in the queue probably don't feel the same as me.
Yeah.
And I was going to ask your opinion, but it sounds like you might be on my side.
Yeah, because like that's first. I have used the train loads of times. This is the first time hearing.
And you know the exact journey I'm describing, don't you?
Exactly. Staff member would hold back 15 people in the queue. Like, there is a brand new ticket machine on the platform. People can go to that. There's the staff member to sell tickets, and you can buy a ticket on the train. So if I'm in that queue and I miss the train because this douche is holding back, who is he anyway? Or what is the reason holding the queue back?
I can't explain it.
This is mind blowing.
Yeah.
So fair play to you.
Whoa.
You knew you needed to be. I would have probably done the same. It's like, mate, I'll buy the ticket on the train. What is wrong with you? Like, why are you holding back people here? They're going to work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
So I found it all very, very interesting. So I don't know whether they've implemented a new rule down there that you can't get on the platform until you've got a paid ticket or whatever. But literally, when I sat on the train, as soon as it pulled off at the station, guess who appeared? The ticket man.
Same dude.
No, not the same dude.
But
I wished it was.
Yeah.
Because I might have asked him what he said, but I was. Listen, I showed him up in front of his queue, really. But the point was that when the train started moving, the train ticket dude came along, and I said, "Excuse me, mate, can I buy a return to Grand Central?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yeah, no problem, mate." So I bought it, and as I bought it, I was like, "How easy is that?"
If that happens to me, I would definitely write a big juicy email.
Nah, I'm cool with it, and I
if I missed the train, obviously,
I just feel bad because there was a big queue of people that just didn't do what I did, and ultimately some of them would have missed the train, and I just think it's out of order.
You were held back for no reason.
Well, I'm glad you've taken that view because I wasn't sure you was going to take that view, but my view, or coming into it, my faux pas, as it was to say that I was like, nah, I'm jumping the queue, I'm just doing it. And when the guy said, nah, you got to get to the back of the queue and buy a ticket, I went, no, mate, I'm getting on that train.
So, again,
end of story.
Context is key here, obviously. You know, if the train would have waited for all of you to get your ticket,
no.
Then I say, naughty.
The train's on a schedule, isn't it? It pulls up, it opens the door, it has a protocol of however many, time. And then it goes on its way because it's got to arrive on time, right?
Exactly.
It can't just.
And exactly, that's why I'm just my mind's a bit.
Yeah. So that got me thinking.
Okay.
Yeah, that got me thinking about like queue etiquette and queued behaviour.
A queue etiquette.
As I term it.
Interesting. Tell me.
So on one hand, this week I was the guy jumping the queue. And thank you for actually agreeing with my reasons for doing it. But I also experienced another example of having on being jumped on in the queue. I was in Lidl. I was getting some bits. This was the day after. This would have been Wednesday. And I'm in the queue, and it's like after work time, so it's that sort of really busy time between sort of 6 and 7, where a lot of people are getting their bits to bring home. And I get my basket, like the wheelie blue basket, the extra large one. And my basket's full. And I join a queue, and I don't know, there's maybe 2 or 3 people deep in the queue, and the person in front of me is this young girl. She's probably a teenager, something like that, but she's got a basket, and hers is quite full as well. So I'm just settling into my cute British queuing experience, and lo and behold,
the British love a queue.
Lo and behold, along came this bloke.
Okay.
And started talking to the girl. And I had that awkward moment where this bloke was talking to the girl and he had a full basket. And when he started talking, I was like, oh, hello. And then you think, how long is he going to stand talking to her? Because I estimate there's about a 30-second rule. And if you stay longer than 30 seconds, it means you're trying to get in the queue because you've seen someone you know. If it doesn't last 30 seconds, you've just come over to say hello, and then you're just going to go off and do your thing. So I'm standing there, and this bloke, right, has stood next to this girl with his basket, and he's talking to her, and I'm like, all right, it's been about 10 seconds. Yeah, they know each other. Okay, all right. He might just be saying hello. It's 20 minutes now. This is getting a bit scary. He's got a very big basket of food, really towered high. Anyways, I noticed that about 25 seconds in, again, I'm in like meadow awareness here. He hasn't looked me in the eye once, although he's looked around like this quite a few times in his little conversation. And I'm thinking, this guy ain't getting eye contact with me. That means he's trying to push in. And I'm picking up on all this body language. Anyways, guess what? He does slowly move his basket from alongside the girl to like behind where she's standing. Whilst standing beside her, talking to her, he shifts his basket behind her basket in the queue. So he put his basket in the queue, but not himself. He was staging it. The mofo was staging it. And at this point, I was like, oh, mate, I'm starting to get like really annoyed now. So I'm doing what you do, saying absolutely nothing, but staring at this guy so intently. I'm like, I'm staring at you. You got to recognise it at some point. You got to recognise it. But he doesn't. He's ignoring me. He's like, I can't look at that bloke, because the moment I look at that bloke, that's the moment. And he's avoiding it. But then slowly but surely, she then gets to the end of the belt and starts putting her food on the trolley. So he then, at that point, decides to like slide into the actual queue line alongside his basket. And I'm like, am I allowed to swear?
Yeah.
You fucker. I said, you bastard. And at this point, I'm staring at the back of his head. And I'm like, I'm staring at the back of your head. And I'm like, you have totally come in, chatted to someone you know, and slipped in front of me. I'm not having it. I am having it because I'm British and I'm taking it. But I'm doing the best staring I can do as punishment. Anyways, he is standing in front of me. I'm staring at the back of his head. This girl that he's been speaking to, she kind of finishes her bit and then she puts the divide down. And that's absolute confirmation at that point that this geezer's buying his own shopping. He had no right to move in. And just as she put the divide down and he started to put his food on the belt, up came the tannoy. Till 2 open, till 2 open. Mate, I took a left turn, whoop, into till 2, all the way to the front, left the shop before he did. Mate, God came to my rescue.
Karma.
And at that point, when I was loading my food on the trolley with no queue, and you know when they just open it and there's no queue and your food goes all the way to the scanner.
Yeah.
And I looked up, and guess who had decided to start looking at me? Yeah,
your mate,
Mr. Pushing. So I just grinned and winked, and then paid for my food, packed it in the bag, and walked out. And as I walked out, I turned back, and he was still looking at me, and he was still waiting for his food to work along that little belt bit.
Ooh.
So I've had a couple of queue experiences this week, and it got me thinking about how,
yeah.
like, you know, how etiquette and everything goes on in the British queue.
Queue and etiquette.
Yeah, and it's a
Queue
thing, right?
ticket. Let's do this.
Yeah, it's a real thing, and I've been jumped on, I've been the jumpee, and I've been the beneficiary of a till opening up at the perfect moment, so I can slingshot almost like a cheat code right to the front, which I was absolutely delighted about. So yeah, there we go.
You know, sometimes this is what happened to me. Sometimes when you're trying to be smart, trying to jump the queue, instead of just committing to one, you shoot yourself in the foot.
Yeah.
That happened to me. Like, oh, you're jumping from one queue another, and then, oh, that one moves faster, and you jump over two lanes down the line. Like, damn it, and then something goes wrong with the till.
Do you know, I'm a trier.
Like, I should have committed to that first one.
I do that all the time, and I always lose. I'm not a winner. I'm not a queue winner.
Yeah.
Mostly, I was that time, but more often than not, I'm a queue loser. And whenever I'm a queue loser, I look over at the person that was behind me, and they look over at me. You just get that knowing look of, you should have stayed, mate.
No, I'm just unless it's like a very clear, like you till 2, whatever, and it's a clear road and there's nobody there, I'm not jumping. I've committed.
Yeah, I think that's the best way.
I've committed.
It's the less stressful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because you're like, whatever, like, listen, this is it.
But that happened I think that happened also with age, also with mindfulness. I think I am so much happier to just commit to a queue and wait and so much more chill, and you can stand in silence and you're okay, but just waiting.
There is something stoic about queuing, isn't there?
Yeah, you know, like, I'm in no rush.
Mate, if you want to play your queue games, fine, you do it, but that means that you're stressing about it, whereas I'm standing here not giving a crap.
You're just burning holes in the back of his head.
Yeah. Oh, mate. Well, I was, but I didn't say.
What was that character from X-Men? The guy that had the glasses and he took the glasses down. It was like the red beam, the fire beam.
That
was you.
Yeah, I cut holes in the back of that geezer's head, but he didn't care.
No,
he didn't care, and he knew not to get eye contact with me, because the moment he got eye contact with me,
he did that before.
That's permission to talk about it.
Yeah.
And then it becomes a bit of an argument. So I was kind of glad he didn't really. And then in the end, the way that the till opened up was just absolutely
perfect timing.
Beautiful.
Divine timing.
It was divine intervention. Divine timing, yeah. It was absolutely pucker. So, did you know, turning his paper over, because I know that you're a bit of a sneaky, do you know what time limit British people, the British community, British Irish, what time limit they tolerate as acceptable for queuing? What's the limit in minutes?
In minutes.
Yeah. At what point does a person get mad?
Am I standing in a queue, or am I waiting at a table for food, or queuing is like standing in a queue, isn't it?
Yeah, you're not waiting for a table.
No.
But you are queuing to let's say enter a venue.
Yeah, or a post stuff. Well, enter a venue, I think longer, because I think I have stood in a queue before for longer than 20 minutes.
Well, you've got a good record with these guesses. I've got high hopes. There is a figure.
There's a figure
that people tolerate.
I'm trying to think where would I get agitated? 45 minutes, I think, where I would start to get a bit itchy. 60 minutes, I'd be like, you're taking a mick.
Got ya. That's interesting. So they reckon it's 36 minutes.
Not too bad. 30,
I thought it was a great guess. 45. Yeah, so 36 minutes is the point at which people start to get a bit annoyed with queuing, and they think it's unacceptable. Yeah.
Yet they would camp out for a new iPhone.
Well, actually, there's lots of really famous instances of queuing, isn't there? So they will camp out for an iPhone. And
Sephora in Belfast last week.
Is that the perfume place?
No, it's like a cosmetics shop.
Oh,
American brand, so they just opened in Victoria.
Are they a big deal? Sephora.
Apparently so. They're not
Are
a
they?
big deal for me, you know.
Are they worth queuing overnight for?
Apparently so. Well, no, I don't
Really?
know. I don't. Nobody queued overnight. It wasn't allowed. But they queued out a couple of hours,
Yeah.
and then there was a whole hullabaloo that they had influencers walking past the people who queued for hours. They just walked past them.
Right. That is interesting. And that is one of the things I was going to just try and quickly come onto here.
Yeah.
But just to finish off a couple of interesting stats.
Yeah.
66% of the British population say that jumping queues is one of the things that boils their piss the most.
Yes, it is
And that-
annoying.
Yeah, and that is a stat that is offered by the Royal Stroke Society.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So when we mean like really boil people's piss, we mean people get well annoyed with queues. So could you imagine like queuing up for Sephora there and then seeing an influencer just skip the queue? It's a bit like when you're queuing for a nightclub and then people tot up to the front, have a little flirt and a little wink with a doorman, and then in they go and you're like, yeah. Well,
Classism in real life.
big time. And there's a semi-recent evidence of that on a really massive scale. Can you remember it?
Oh no, when it comes to queuing.
Yeah, like major. One of the biggest queues ever recorded in the world. I don't know if it was the biggest queue
Wow.
ever recorded in the world, but it was certainly one of them. Happened within the last sort of few years, and it happened in the UK.
Oh.
Happened in London, and the queue was over 10 miles long.
Oh wow.
Can you remember what that was?
What big thing?
Huge thing.
How recent?
A global event.
Coronation? No. Coronation.
Mate, I'm going to give you that. It was the Queen lying in state when she died.
Wow. Okay.
You were on the right lines, right? You're thinking, well, this has got to be.
Has to be with the royal family.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Interesting.
they say the queue to see the Queen when she was lying in state was over 10 miles.
Imagine being
long.
at the end of that queue.
And David Beckham, in his PR,
He queued, didn't he?
13 hours.
I remember. Now you mentioned that. Now I remember that. Now I remember that he queued.
He was spotted, wasn't he?
Yeah, he queued.
In the queue.
Fair play.
And that's a man that don't have to queue.
Yeah.
Because weren't there a lot of celebrities didn't Phil and Holly from this morning?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah,
Didn't they get
now
in
you
trouble
mentioned.
for,
I remember there was a bit of a talking around that. Who queued and who didn't queue?
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you're waiting, if you're queuing for 13 hours and people are just sort of skipping in, it is a bit well, it
10
depends how you.
miles long.
10
Wow.
miles, or be a celebrity, or be David Beckham
Well,
and just
think-
queue anyway.
yeah, looking at my repertoire, I think I'm just going to have to join the queue.
Yeah. Yeah, amazing. So, queue etiquette, interesting. We've all been there.
Yes.
We've all got our experiences.
Yeah.
I'll tell you a couple of instances that happened semi-recently, and then I'll leave it there. And they both happened at Stansted. Me and Stansted, have this queuing kind of history.
Okay.
But many, many, many moons ago, when I was going on holiday with Sid, my youngest, and his mum, we were queuing to get a flight to Italy, and we were standing in one of them sort of 10-seated queue things that lined up with one of the booking in desks. And as we did that, loads of people turned up, and it was all getting a bit fractious, and the queuing was taking ages. So what they decided to do was open up another desk next to it to serve the people that were in the 10-seater. You know what I mean by 10-seater? It's them stretchy cord things that create the queuing system.
Yeah.
In airports. So where they opened up this other desk to accommodate more people faster, it was actually adjacent to another 10-seater queuing system that was completely empty, because at the point the desk wasn't being used. So this one bloke decided that he could walk to the front of that particular empty 10-seater queuing system and stand in front of the freshly opened booking desk that's serving the same line. And he stood there, and people were like, "You can't stand there, mate. We've been queuing here ages." He went, "This is open and the desk is open now." I was like, and I'm watching, and people are saying to him, people, no, you got to move. He's like, I ain't moving. And he's standing there, and he was this quite arrogant geezer. And that was it. I blew my top. I went out of the way. Please get out of the way. So I walked to the front, and I went to this geezer. I said, you move. He went, I ain't moving. I said, you're moving. I said, you're moving or I'm moving you. And at that point, the security came over and escorted him to the back of the queue. I was that mad. Wow. So that's my first queue experience at Stansted. And the next time, you probably don't fly into Stansted very often, do you?
I have, but not very often. That was years ago. I haven't used Stansted in years.
It's awful. It's like the worst security check-in of all the airports.
Worse than Luton?
I don't mind Luton. Okay. I don't personally mind Luton, but Luton can be bad, and Manchester ain't great. Yeah. But like honestly, Stansted is an absolute nightmare, and it's one of them where it's really hot and you get hot and sweaty.
Yeah, it's a glass house.
And it's so bad. And the last 2 times I've flown out of Stansted, when I'm standing in that queue, and I mean literally you are queuing for security for like an hour and a half. It's painful. Yeah. These 2 families had turned up and were like, our flight leaves in 20 minutes. Can we please like get through? And the staff at Stansted are like, no, I'm sorry, you have to join the queue. And they're like, yeah, but I can't because that queue. And they're like, I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do for you. You have to join the back of the queue. And I've heard these people plead and say, if I join that queue, I miss my flight. And I've kind of heard it. I've heard the commotion going on behind me. And I'm like, people shouldn't miss their flight for stuff like that. Like, no one in this queue wants people to miss their flights.
No.
And twice I've done this, both with a colleague of mine in tow. And I've literally gone, excuse me, mate, come here, walk through, just walk through. And they do. And they've listened to me and they've walked through. And I've just said, just walk past. Like, just as you're walking past people, just explain you're going to miss your flight. No one is going to stop you. No one in this queue wants you to miss your flight. So just walk through. And they have to walk through the whole queuing system in order to get to the front. They won't open up the side gate to let them come in. And like as they're walking through, I'm like, let them through. Twice that's happened to me, just so people can get the plane. It's like it's really winds me up.
But that is such a great point you make there. Nobody in the queue, if someone says to you, "Excuse me, I'm about to miss my flight. Is it okay if I squeeze past?" No, you go ahead. Every single person will go, no, you go ahead.
Totally. But
especially if they have kids with them.
Exactly. But the Stansted staff...
You go.
Yeah. But the Stansted staff, they literally are trained to say, I can't let you through and I can't put you to the front of the queue.
Do you understand, though? Now, devil's advocate. If you do it for one...
Yep.
You'll have to do it for all.
I get that. I do get that. And I understand it. I think the context bit, like you mentioned earlier, context is king, right? Mm-hmm. But when you see these families and they're literally in tears, I think at that primeval point, your human nature should come to the fore, and all it would take, because I did it. I ended up doing it for them twice. Yeah. Is all you need to do is just say, excuse me, everyone, if I could just have your attention. I'm the staff attendant for Stansted. I've got a family here that are going to miss their flight if they don't get to the front of the queue. If everyone in the queue is happy, please let them walk through. And you can say that. And that way you're not flouting any rules and you're leaving it up to people that are in the queue to say you can get past. And I think that's the thing that they can do that they don't. But when you got a big loudmouth like me in the queue, you don't need to, because I'm a people person.
Yeah.
Yeah, so twice.
But no, I can understand though, but because it's also like how do you even make that judgment in the queue that is this a family who genuinely is about to miss their flights, or they're just disorganized?
Yeah, and I think...
so it's a difficult one.
I think when they're on the verge of tears, I think you've kind of convinced at that point, really, I guess. And I don't know who would make that much of a drama to, like, beat a queue.
Yeah.
You know. So anyways, queue etiquette. It's
Queue
it's an
etiquette.
interesting thing. And
Yeah.
what's queuing etiquette like in Hungary and Slovakia? Any different?
Interesting. Let me think about it. It's been so long.
Hey, maybe you don't queue.
We do queue. We do. But do we jump queues? No. Very rarely, but right away you're being put in your place. Very quickly. There's none of this silent queuing and burning holes in the back of the head. You actually burn a hole in the back of a head.
You actually burn like a fag butt hole in the back of the head.
Yeah, there is none of this
Holding back.
none of this British diplomacy. It's just pure Eastern, straight up.
Yeah.
Oi, mate.
Say it as
What do you think you are?
Yeah. To
The only
back,
way
son.
to jump a queue without anybody knowing that you jump in a queue is, let's say you're going to go get your passport done.
Yeah.
It's using your contacts and knowing someone in the office and asking that person, and then you get called in,
I understand.
and then nobody knows that you jumped a queue because you know someone in the office, in the passport office.
No one would have a Scooby
No
about
one.
that.
Yeah.
No, that's very true. So in America, apparently they lean heavily into the invisible queue, which is where you take a ticket and then you go up when your number's called up.
I think that's a great idea.
Which is brilliant. I remember when I was a kid.
I think the job centres do that over here.
They do. Yes, they do, because I've seen that. But I remember being a kid, a really young kid, and going to the local Tesco's. And back then, the deli counter
Oh, yeah.
had one of those where you took your ticket from the thing and then your number popped up. And
Yes.
then that was your... So depending on how long you waited for your number, you could go off and continue your shopping and come back. A really cool way of doing it, actually. Invisible queue.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's
Well,
pretty cool.
We've exhausted ourselves.
So we've... oh, look at me moaning about queuing. I've gone over an hour.
No, that wasn't an hour, because we were Wuthering Heights for the first
Wuthering Heights.
Wuthering Heights for the first
The film I won't watch.
40 minutes. You don't have to. But anyway,
Yeah.
it was fun. Enjoyed it. Another great Thursday evening spent. In company of
Moi.
yourself
Me
and our
and
listeners. So yeah,
Yes. Thank
wrapping
you.
up.
Yes.
Housekeeping.
Thank you. So just a little bit of housekeeping.
Yeah.
So for those of you watching us on Facebook, you can also watch us on YouTube. You can find us on our YouTube channel at TMI Thursdays, and vice versa. For those watching on YouTube that want to watch on Facebook, actually, it's on your Facebook, isn't it?
It's my Facebook, my
Yeah.
personal Facebook.
Personal Facebook. So
You're
leave that
welcome.
there. Yeah. And we won't say any more than that.
Oh.
And you can also find us on Spotify. So if you're driving and you want to follow the podcast, you can listen to us on Spotify. Again, you can find us at TMI Thursdays podcast, it's called, actually, on Spotify. And on all the social media channel, you can find the link to our Buy Us a Coffee account, which is called Ko-Fi or Coffee, depending on how you pronounce it. So if you want to make a little coffee donation to the gang, then you can do so. So, yeah. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, please do. Share it to your network. It's the only way we're going to reach new ears and new eyeballs.
Send us some suggestions, some questions. Do you have any dilemmas you would like us to discuss? Ooh, I'd love that. I would love someone to send in, please help, I don't know what to do. And we'd be like,
so we could be problem solvers.
Yeah, let's discuss, and you could
That's
you
interesting.
could play it out, both sides
Yeah.
of the story, and
Yeah.
I'll take one, you take the other, and we'll just
Yeah.
battle it out and play out scenarios and
Absolutely love that. So there
give
you
some
go.
juicy advice.
So why don't you help us shape the content that we're going to chat about?
Send us some of your dilemmas, and,
Yes.
and they could be anonymous.
Give us some problems to solve,
Yeah.
or give us some scenarios.
Is there a way to reach us anonymously?
I guess that you could listen to us on Spotify and leave a comment.
Is that anonymous?
Well, it can be. I mean, we're not going to know the individual on the
Email.
other
We
side.
do have an email address.
We do. So shall we do that then? But then you have
TMI Thursdays. That's okay. TMI Thursdays at gmail.com.
Yes. Yes.
So send us and that could be anonymous. You can just make up some
Yeah.
random email and just.
And don't even worry about being anonymous.
We'll not share the details. We'll just share
we're not
the
gonna
story.
judge
We'll
you.
not.
It's all good.
Give you away. But keep it anonymous.
No, we'll all do that.
Right.
So yeah, that's it. So
On that note,
that was bloody enjoyable. That
Good
was
stuff.
a fantastic podcast.
Hope everyone
I really enjoyed
enjoyed
that. So we'll be back again when?
We are here next Thursday,
Ooh, so
and then I'm away for a week.
Just the week.
1 week, but we can maybe figure out. I can dial in, or someone can come in.
Yeah.
Anybody want to come in and have a chat with James? Come on in.
Anyone fancy joining me on the beautiful blue velvet sofa?
On the velvet pillow.
Yeah.
Maybe your colleague Sean.
I wouldn't want to put him on a spotlight because I might have already
Well, I
asked
just
him.
did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
my ex-colleague Eddie might come in.
Eddie.
Eddie might come in and have a chat. But yeah,
Interesting.
we'll figure it out. Well, maybe just I'll print out a cutout or something of myself and I'll put it here and I'll just dial in.
We'll sort something out. So
Yes.
listen, we'll be back as normal next Thursday at 8 p.m. and the week after we'll sort out something a little bit juicy, a little bit different. But for now, thank you very much for watching and listening, people.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Have a great week.